Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another speculation video. So, I hope for those of you who have to deal with the harsh winter weather are managing to get through it. I know it can be tough. It is not so great up here in Canada, but I know it's been a lot worse in places such as Texas. So, I hope things will get better soon. Today I'm here to talk about what I'm assuming is going to be a free game update for The Sims 4 coming out this coming Thursday, February 25th. So before we get into the speculation, I do want to do a quick recap of what we know so far. So on February 4th, which is the actual anniversary of The Sims, they tweeted that they are working on a gift for the community. You can't wait to share on February 25th. What is your favorite thing about The Sims community? The Sims turns 21. The French version of The Sims Twitter had a little more information, and turns out after I made my previous video on this subject, the tweet is deleted, so whoops, a little bit of a leak there. But they did say that they've collaborated with 21 talented designers to prepare a gift for the community. However, the English version of The Sims Twitter seemed to let a little bit slip anyways, because Steffo Sims did reply saying, "Do you mean CC creators? Because big fat yes to giving them a platform." And The Sims replied with maybe with a couple of sly emojis. So it does seem like, yes, this update is going to be some sort of collaboration with custom content creators to bring us some new free content, which I think sounds pretty exciting. And one of those creators might be Lumia Lover Sims. They tweeted, "I'm 23 today and I'm wearing my Spark Challenge winner hoodie to celebrate. Is it a coincidence that I share a birthday with the game that changed my life? Also very excited for you all to see what's coming on February 25th to The Sims 4. Lumia is known for making a lot of great custom content, but I think what they're best known for is the body hair. I've used it in my game for a few years now, and I know a lot of other people do too. So I think it would be amazing if The Sims was working with Lumia to officially bring body hair into the game. I've always imagined body hair to basically come alongside werewolves with like a free update that would come out before the game pack. But this would be great too, especially since it is involving the community. So that's where we are right now. As much as I would love body hair to be part of the update, I feel at this point what's more likely is that there will just be standard create a sim and build by items. No new gameplay unless it does come directly from Maxis themselves. Since there are 21 creators participating in this update, I think we will get one item from each of those people. So I hope that there will be a good mixture of create a sim focused and build and buy focused creators. It's also possible that there is going to be a running theme with these items, though it doesn't necessarily have to be about the 21st anniversary of The Sims, because February is also Black History Month. So there could be some items related to that as well, especially considering the skin tone updates we got back in December. I think this is more likely than it has been in previous years. On the off chance that we are going to be getting stuff from Maxis themselves in this update, aside from bug fixes probably, maybe this will be when we'll finally get the updated Big Afro. Because they did confirm months ago that they were working on it, it just needed more time than the other hairstyles that have already been updated. So it would be pretty good timing to have this finally fixed for Black History Month. But what about the timing of the updates? February 25th, I've always found that a little weird, because February 4th, like I mentioned before, is the anniversary date of The Sims. And I highly doubt this date was their original intention. I just can't imagine them thinking, oh yeah, we're going to put out an update for The Sims 21st anniversary, but we're not going to have it come out at least within the same week. Initially, I thought the biggest possible reason for this update to be pushed back is because of the broken skin tones on console. They look even worse than they did before the December update. And it made me think, well, if this update were to involve Black History Month, it would be a bad look to put out the update and still have the skin tones be broken. However, my theory ended up being wrong, as The Sims did tweet on February 15th that they've identified a solution for improving skin tones and are actively working on an update, but they're aiming for a release in late March, so yeah, that's still happening anyways. I know it does take more time to get console updates out because they do have to have them approved by Sony and Microsoft, but I still find that pretty bad that it's taking so long just to fix something like this. But with that theory flushed down the drain, what else could be the reason? I think there was something that happened behind the scenes where they needed some extra time to just get everything together, especially considering they are working with 21 different people. There was that collab that happened last year between Grim Cookies, Hey Harry, and Gucci, and that took months for them to work on that, so I can imagine it took even longer for this update. I would not be surprised if they started working on this at least sometime since mid last year. Last year's anniversary update went over terribly. That was the one with the hot tub that just had a perfect patio one reused with a roof attached to it. So I think they did listen to all of our feedback about how terrible that was, and that they are trying to do something a lot better this time. And just the fact that they are working with the community on this does give me a lot more faith that whatever this does end up being, that it is going to be better than that. One other thing that I considered as a possibility is, with this update coming out so late in the month, that it could also be preparing the game for a game pack that would come out in early March. I think we are getting a game pack as our next paid DLC. But if we were getting it that early in the month, I think we would have already known about it by now. But nope, we still don't know what paid DLC is releasing next. I'm not counting out the possibility of getting a pack in March, but it does feel like to me that this update is going to stand on its own and not have anything to do with any future packs. Whatever this update ends up being though, I hope it'll be really great because I think it's awesome that in recent months they have started working more closely with players of the game, although I would like to see them work with people outside of the Game Changers program too. But I do think it is a good start that they have worked with various builders on some of the recent packs, and with some Game Changers on the Skin Tone update too, and now whatever it is that's coming out on February 25th. So I hope this ends up continuing in various ways, maybe even ones that we haven't seen yet, like how I mentioned, oh, it'd be cool if they worked with modders. I don't know of many modders in the Game Changers program, but again, it would be cool if they worked with some people outside of that realm too. But that wraps it up for this video, so feel free to let me know in the comment section below what you think this 21st anniversary collab is gonna be all about. And be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with my latest gaming content, including life simulation games and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!